Hello, everybody.
Hello. Today we are looking
Where is it?
at.
Where is it?
It's such a little, small little pouch. This is Love Letter. Here it is. Nice, lovely velvet. What's it called? Purse.
Purse. Oh, yeah, probably.
A
Yeah.
purse.
Yeah.
This is a card game.
Oh, it also comes in this this blister pack. So this is how it came. It's obviously in there. Sit it in. Sit it in. Sit it in.
Really?
Sit it in.
They know. I can see what that would
Looks
look
like
like.
this. Very nice. So this is from Z-Man Games in this format.
This is 2 to 6 players.
Yep.
Card management, social deduction type game. Bit of take that in there as well.
Yeah, it really is. Yeah.
A little bit.
Obviously, we played it as a 2.
Yes, we're going to review it as a 2.
Yeah, but we're also going to mention playing it as a 6. In fact, as well.
Played it as a 6.
The original version played 2 to 4.
Oh, okay.
But
This is 2 to 6.
it was this is 2 to 6. So basically, they just added some more cards. I think the 2 to 4 version
Can't
was
see it.
21 cards. I know the 2 to 6 version is 27 cards or something like that. So it's just added some more cards so you can expand it. The way that the game plays, fairly straightforward. A little bit. The way we found, once you've explained it to people and they're like, what?
Yeah.
And then you play literally one round
yeah.
and you understand it. Certainly after one hand, you're all over it and you're into the kind of minutiae of the tactics and stuff like that.
Yep.
So
The tactics are hard to get hold of sometimes.
Yeah.
Certain cards do different things, that kind of thing. But the actual way it works, it's easy to
I guess,
get.
yeah. So the way that it plays, there are, let's say it's 27, I think it's 27 cards. Yeah, 27 cards. You shuffle the 27 cards and take one out if you're playing as, well, in fact, we'll say it as a 6. We'll describe it as a 6 and then we'll tell you how it works as a 2. Okay, it works the same way. 27 cards, shuffle them, take one out so you don't know which card you've taken out, and then you deal one card to each player. Then the rest of the deck goes face down and you have one card.
One card.
The object of the game is to end with your one card being the highest value card, and they value from 0 to 9.
At the end of the round.
At the end of the round, that when that draw pile has gone to 0.
How many rounds?
As 6 players, you play 3 rounds.
Or is it? No, you keep going until one person's got 3 favours,
three tokens.
Yeah.
You get a little token when you win a round.
That's true.
But of course, if there are 6, you could win all over the place.
Yeah.
So you keep playing until somebody wins 3 tokens.
Yeah.
So to win the game, basically you have to have the highest card at the end of the draw pile getting to 0, or if everybody gets knocked out, you're the last man standing kind of thing. So the way that the game plays, you have your card, you draw one off the deck, so you've got 2, and you decide to keep one and play the other. When you play the other, you action whatever the action is on that card. And then you're keeping, hopefully, the highest number card.
It's hard to
but
do
not
sometimes.
not necessarily. And let's say, for instance, of the card that there are the most of, and you also get a little cheat sheet that tells you how many cards of each
Oh yeah, we'll put a picture.
item. Yeah, I always do. You get a little cheat sheet that tells you the numbers of each card. So, for instance, there are 6 guards in the deck, and the guard enables you to guess one of the other player's card. There are 9 different types of cards, I think. So there's guard and
I think it's 10.
priest. Yeah, it might be because one's
valued
0.
0 to 9.
Spy, king, princess, countess, blah blah blah.
Countess,
And so if you lay a guard, which the value of the guard is 1, so you don't really want to end up with a guard at the end because 1's not a very good score. Obviously, you're going to lose. But when you play the guard, you can guess somebody else. So I'll say, oh, Bear, are you the king? If she's not the king, you just have to be honest. If she's not the king, that's that game, not game over. But that's that. Yeah, I don't get anything. You don't lose anything. That's it. No, I'm not. Thanks. Moving on. But if she is the king, yes, I'm the king. Oh, she's out. That's it. So literally just by a guess, I can put somebody out of the round, and then you sit back and you're not in that round then until.
Which is very funny because we played it around with my family, and my sister hadn't even had a go, and my mum guessed which one she was, and she was like, "I haven't even played yet, and I'm out of the round."
Yeah, so,
that's very funny.
That's where the take that comes in.
It's very funny.
It is funny. And so so you play the card and you action what the card is there. So again, you could keep the guard, for instance, and you could put down something that's worth 4 or 5.
Or that has a better action on it.
Yeah, it has a better action for you in that situation. So it literally depends on how the game's playing out.
Yeah.
because again, some of the cards are choose another player and look at their hand.
Yeah.
So for instance, I can say, let me see your hand, and you show me it. All right, I know now she's the countess. And then the next go round, I could play a guard and say, "Oh, have you got a countess?" Yes. Oh,
which you did many times.
Yeah. So if you find out what people have got, or if you're very, very sure it's between one or two things, you can play the guard and guess them, get them out in the round.
There's one scary card I wasn't a fan of, which was I think it was the Baron, where you compare your card with someone else's, and whichever is the lowest, that person leaves. So
That's
it's like 50-50. You could like fall on the
it's
sword
like
yourself.
4, is it a 4 or a 5? So it's 4, I think, isn't it? Yeah.
Well, I want to say 3.
Yeah, I don't know. But yeah, so yeah, if you're sure that somebody maybe has a guard, that's only 1 point, and you want to compare with them, they've got 1, you've got 3 or 4, whatever it is, and then they go out. Yay, again.
But in a group of 6, it's really good because you can't really keep track, and then you play the next round and you forget. Or all the rounds mixed together in your head.
Yeah,
who's got what.
But that's basically the way the game plays. You pick a card off, you put one down, and do the action on it. And then it's the next player's turn, goes around. Sometimes you'll get a card that gives you protection against somebody picking on you. So you'll play that card. I think it's
Immunity.
the Countess.
It's the number 4, Handmaid.
Handmaid, very good. She's going to be seen. Yeah, so you lay that down and it says you're immune until your next go from any people looking at your card.
That's very handy sometimes.
Laying things on your guessing.
If you've got people guessing you with guards all the whole time.
So that's a nice card. It literally keeps you protected for that round. If you lay a spy, which is 0 score, so you're going to get rid of that, but it's a good thing. If you lay a spy and you're the only one to lay a spy in that round, you get a token. Plain and simple. So even if you don't win the round, you get a token. And then you can further win the round. So you could get 2 tokens in that game.
Yep.
And that's the way the game plays. Literally, you go through the draw deck until it's 0, and then if it's 0 and there's more than one of you left in the draw deck, I mean, if it goes to 0, you show your cards, and the highest one wins, gets a token, shuffle, play again. Or if you manage to knock everyone out and you're the last man standing, obviously you then win a token as well. So that's the 2 ways of getting a token, basically: be the highest score at the end of a round, or knock everyone else out.
Yep. That's
it, and you just play again and again and again until you get 3 tokens in a 6-player game.
It's very good for banter.
Yes.
Isn't it? Not bluffing, kind of bluffing.
Well, yeah, and there's
kind of
also
like joking, like, oh, you.
There's also the thing of where you all gang up on someone else. Say, get them. Oh, you've got a guard. Guess. You know what they've got, but obviously you don't want to. It's a bit unfair if you know the information to tell someone. You can't say, oh, he's definitely a countess or whatever.
If someone's got two tokens, and if they win this, they win the game.
Yeah, so
everyone gangs up.
Get them out. Really good fun. So yeah, as a 2-player game, not so much.
No, it's like, oh, got you out. Okay, I win.
Well, some of the, exactly. Well, some of the cards are, choose a player and X, Y, Z. So for instance, compare.
Who should I choose to look at?
Yeah, exactly.
You?
Well, so the card, for instance, it says compare another player's hand and they're eliminated. That's, one of you is out then and the game's over.
And the game's over, yeah.
So if you do that in a more-player game, obviously one of you's out, but the game carries on until...
I think this should be a 3 to 6.
Yeah,
really,
I think so.
really
it plays okay, but it's just
a little... It
loses the zest of itself. The whole
I think
point
it does.
Of it is gone in a 2-player game, I think, because the part of the fun of choosing who to pick is gone. You just literally...
Yeah.
And a lot of games where they've got that kind of stuff in it, there's maybe like an AI player that kind of adds something in, or you take some cards out and changes.
And the fun was like one person's gone out, but the game's carrying on without them. That was quite fun. Like, you're out already.
Yeah, because it doesn't last long. It literally a round.
And once one person's out, that's it.
Yeah,
finished.
There's a
2. Yeah.
In a round, it literally takes 3-4 minutes. It's not long. It's not kind of 15
It can be
minutes.
quicker if you get a lot of guards.
Yeah,
like randomly, we were guessing people's cards with the guard card. Because the guard gives you power to guess, and we were like, we didn't have a clue what the other person was holding, but I just guessed you got Baron. Yeah, how did you get that? And they're out straight away, which really cuts the round time down.
But yeah, it's not. You're not literally. If you're out, you're not sat there for 15 minutes thinking, "Well, this is great." It's literally 2 or 3 minutes, and you're having fun watching other people getting each other anyway.
Yeah.
Really, really sweet little game. Plays really well. There are various kind of pasted over themes. There's like a Batman love letter. Go figure.
Is there?
I mean, the theme doesn't really come across. The idea
that would probably help for kids, then, I suppose, wouldn't it? Is it?
Yeah, because the drawings are really nice. The card quality and the pictures. Yeah, I always do. The card quality is really nice. The illustration is really good.
Yeah.
It's very clear.
I like the little tokens. They're nice.
Oh yeah, they are actually. Yeah, really nice. Not
or like seals, aren't they? Rose seals. Yeah.
Yeah. And the little player aid is good, and that tells you how many cards are.
Yes,
so
that's very useful.
The fact that there are 6 guards when you first start the game, if you've got a guard, your first hand, almost guaranteed somebody's got a guard. because there's 6 of them, and you know.
Yeah.
So if you're going to guess someone out, I think you've got a guard. Yes, you know, because there's only one king, for instance, and there's only one princess. So you're not necessarily going to guess that because.
Unless you see them all.
Further on in the game, obviously you can, because people are trying to keep those high cards. So king is quite high, princess quite high, and so on. So further on in the game, you can guess those higher up cards.
Very cleverly designed game.
And by then, of course, you've seen what's gone down. So I haven't seen the king. You know, I haven't seen the king. Somebody's got the king.
Or you can count. I've seen 4 guards.
Yeah,
so there's two left.
So further on in the game, you know a bit more information, obviously, because that's the whole point of social deduction games is getting more information so you can make a justified
informed choice.
That. So
decision.
Really, really nice game.
For just a pack of cards and some coins.
Coins?
Little tokens.
Yeah.
They're coin shaped.
I'd like to think, juju.
Yeah,
anyway,
they do look tasty.
But yeah, so the theme in this is that you're writing love letters to the princess, trying to gain her favour.
I think you could put any kind of what's the word you say? Any kind of theme pasted on. Yeah. I can understand why they would put Batman and la la la.
Yeah, it's just basically the illustrations to make you interested in the game, I guess. But
yeah, if there was a game with a theme that pasted on that I would like, I would get that as well. I could see why it's a good idea to do
definitely. That. So scores.
We haven't discussed the scores again.
We have not. As a 2-player game.
We're scoring as a 2 or a 6 because this is a 2-player channel.
That's a very good question.
Ooh. Should we do the main score as 2 and then in brackets as a 6? As a more player.
Yes, let's do that.
A little proviso.
Comment below if you like that. We'll wait.
Yeah, we'll wait. Okay, right, so scores for 2.
2-player, it just doesn't work really, I'm afraid.
No.
So I'm going to give it a 5. I like it, and it's fun-ish, but it just doesn't cut it. 5.
I'll do 4.5.
Yeah, so 9.5. Yeah, that's fair enough. Well, no. I mean, that's the thing. It shouldn't really be sold as a 2-player game. I don't think.
No, I don't think so.
It's really a 3-player game min.
So what's that?
9.5. 9.5 is a 2.
20
yeah.
2.
So if you're just getting into play as you 2, I wouldn't really bother, to be fair. Although that said, it's okay as a little diversion, but you've got it on the shelf, you know. And then if somebody does turn up that you want to play with, and plus you can learn it as a 2, and then take
as
it
a 3+, particularly a 6-player.
Yeah.
And it's only a card game, so it's not a massive sprawling board game, is it? So
and we took it, your touchstone, we took it to your parents, and they understood it.
They loved it, and they understood it, and when we finished the game,
they wanted to play it
they said, let's play it again, that was really good.
Yeah.
And they were loving it.
That's
so,
a good touchstone as well.
Yeah.
So as a 6-player game, I'll give it a 8.
Oh,
yeah.
Wow.
Really
Even this was a card and not a massive board game like
really
Takala or anything like that.
No, I really enjoyed it. It was good.
I did too, so I'm going to give it an 8 as well.
Yeah, 16. Nice. That's really good.
It was a fun experience playing it.
That's the thing. I mean, you don't really experience it as much as me, because I go to a board game club where we play lots of games. When gamers play sort of these party
in bigger
type
groups
games,
as well.
Yeah, when they because it's a little bit different if you take a game to your family and we teach it to them and then they're playing it for the first time and all that sort of stuff. Because as gamers generally, you kind of think a little bit differently. You pick things up quicker and you know tactics a little bit more. Normal, non-gaming
mainstream
people don't
that
tend
like
to,
Cluedo.
Well, yeah, they just play the game, don't they? They just play the game. They don't kind of get into the tactics at all.
But this won them over.
Yeah, but I'm just saying. So we play a lot of party games at the end of our sessions at the board game club.
Yeah.
And they're just great fun. And this kind of matches up with a lot of those I've played, at the board game club.
Yep.
And the fact that it was easy to teach the family and we could have as much fun with the family because we had a really good time playing it, didn't we? So from that point, that's why I've scored it quite high because there are some games I couldn't bring to your family. Much as we enjoy them in the board game club, they're a good giggle.
They're in depth.
Or they're just a little bit hard to describe and people won't get the tactic of it to make it fun.
Yeah.
So then they'll be either losing by default because they don't get it.
Well, and a good example is we took over Bonanza with the beans. And we played it with them, didn't we?
No.
Oh, didn't we?
No.
Oh, I thought we had played it with them.
No.
We played a card game with them that it didn't go down as well.
That was.
Code names, maybe?
Yeah, it was code names.
Something like that, yeah. And it was a bit more like, whereas this was like, yes, play it again, that's great!
Yeah.
So, that's a good thing in my books.
For sure. Yeah. So there we are. What was it? 16?
8 and 8, 16.
Sweet. That's a really good score.
And I would take this, if we had friends around, family around, I would say, let's play this.
And also, look how small it is. And I mean, without the little
It's
pouch.
pretty.
Without a little pouch, it's just that pack of cards and the tokens. And in fact, you don't really need the tokens, I guess. You could pop them in your pocket and take it to the pub. Really nice little game to play around the table at the pub.
Not for a holiday though, because we wouldn't take it on holiday because there's only 2 of us.
That's right. I don't know, you might make some friends.
Let's make some friends too. Take it just in case.
But yeah, again, the fact that there's only one card in your hand, you know, it's not like a sprawling, like, you know, you're not creating a tableau like, say, Port Royal or something like that. You know,
it was funny when we started dealing the rounds, we were like 1, 1, 1, 1.
You tend to go 2.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Because you're used to dealing out all the cards.
Yeah.
Or 7 each or whatever it is. Yeah.
For sure.
Very good.
Excellent. Well, yeah, so there we are. Thoroughly recommend this.
Love Letter. Z-Man Games.
The original, yeah. So this was out of print, I think, for a little while, and then it came back in print, maybe.
Okay.
So this is, as I say, this is the Z-Man Games in the little blister pack, which is kind of the original version, but then it's the 6-player version. So, yeah.
Yes. For more than 2 people.
Yeah, find it for more than 2 people. Definitely.
3+.
Thanks, guys.
Highly recommend it.
We'll see you on the next review. Obviously, feel free to like and subscribe if you've not already.
Give us a comment if you agree, if you like it as a 2.
Yeah, true enough.
Tell us.
And ask us for some more reviews out of this pile.
Yeah.
Thanks, everybody. We'll see you on the next review.
Bye.